Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Tom Spark, and today I'm going to be looking at another YouTuber who made a video called "The Truth About VPN Services. Don't Be Scared. Need to See This. Be Safe." His name is Rojas Tutorials. Seems kind of focused on Cody boxes and stuff like that. I haven't really watched too many of his videos, so I'm just going to kind of watch this right now, and I'm going to see, what kind of advice he's giving, if this advice is legitimate. Now, on my channel, I do unbiased VPN reviews. A lot of the VPN reviews that I used to recommend a lot, like private internet access and IPVanish, not really recommending as much anymore. And I don't just recommend VPNs just because I'm sponsored or because they're more expensive and I'll make more money for them. I just recommend the cheapest, pretty much best VPN you could get. You can find that in the description down below. But today we're going to take a look at this video and see if he's telling you stuff that's actually going to help you, or if he's just trying to make a sale with some kind of brand deal. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the video right now.
Let me know why you don't use a VPN and why you don't feel the need of using a VPN. I know our friends over the pond over in the UK, people in Europe, they're having a lot of issues with connecting stuff to stream. They're being blocked by certain things. I know the legalities out there is very, very harsh comparison to the United States.
That is true. He has a good point here. Around the world, internationally, a lot of people actually have to use VPNs. In Russia, a lot of people need VPNs. A lot of South American countries, a lot of Middle East countries, a lot of these websites are blocked, and a lot of games are even blocked. So people are using VPNs to get around all sorts of stuff. Now in places like China, it's getting really hard to even use a VPN because they're mostly blocked.
To Canada, South America, it's different all around the world. So what does this mean to you wherever you're from specifically? So let's say you're not from the UK, you don't have to worry about it. Or let's say you're watching this and you are from the UK. A really good reason why to have this is because every single internet provider out there has the right to block whatever they feel like if they wish, without letting you know. When you sign that contract and it says I need internet, it says cool, you will have your internet, but it doesn't give you access to it.
This is true. Internet service providers do have more and more power, especially 2017, 2018 United States. Some internet service providers, especially internationally, definitely have way too much power. A lot of times they're working with governments and they actually shut down websites just because the government's forcing to. They're controlled by the government in a lot of cases. Now, in the US, this isn't as much of a problem. You're not going to see too many websites being shut down and stuff like that. But certainly around the world, this is a huge problem.
Everything that you want. Now, if you want a VPN service to be able to watch certain things, to be able to even connect with family. I know with me I used to be in the Marine Corps, guys, and served 8 years. When I was overseas, it was really hard to connect with my family, really hard to
Thank you for your service.
Connect with my friends. And for me, I would use a VPN service and I would be able to remote in and talk to whoever I wanted to. This would keep me.
He's got a good point here. A lot of people use VPNs not because they live somewhere in the world, but specifically because they're traveling. Now, a lot of people are going to places like, let's say you go to Australia and you're trying to watch your favorite Netflix show. When you go to Australia and you load up Netflix, whatever internet you're connected to there is going to realize you're in Australia and you're going to get the Australian version of Netflix. So you're not going to get the same kind of content. And this pretty much applies to other countries and the content restricted to that region. In a lot of countries, Skype is going to be restricted. So maybe this guy had to use a VPN to use Skype to talk to his family when he was in the Marine Corps or something like that.
Me safe, my platoon safe, my fellow devil dog safe. Now, for you as a streamer, of course, you're not in the thick of things. You just want to watch something and you don't want any issues. Sometimes by having a VPN service, it could boost more links to work properly. Yes, VPN service sometimes will give you less speed. For me, example, I pay 100 megabytes download speed. And if I'm watching something, I'm thinking in my head, well, I have 100 megabytes download speed. I shouldn't worry about it. If that link is somewhere, let's say in Africa or in Europe or in Asia or wherever have you, now that 100 megabytes is filtering throughout the internet. It's just like a spider web. Think of a spider web. And for it to get there, now it's hitting wind, it's hitting debris, it's hitting all kinds of.
So basically what this guy is saying is that if you're accessing content that's hosted somewhere else, sometimes when you use a VPN and connect to a server close to that location, it can actually give you some better speeds and results, and that's true. That can happen. A lot of times VPNs do kind of decrease speeds because you are using encryption and stuff like that for the most part. Now, depending on what kind of server you want to access to, you could get an increase in speeds. That's true. But for the most part, a lot of VPNs are really bad about giving you more latency, slower download and upload. So you really got to pick a fast VPN.
Stuff to slow it down. Now you're not getting that 100 megabytes speed anymore. You think you're paying the 100, but you're not getting that full speed because of where that other place is at. Now, if you have a VPN service, imagine like an express highway. You're just boom, straight to the source, and now all of a sudden you're not getting that much buffering. You're not getting any buffering at all. I know with Real Debrid, it works amazing what they have there, but I'm telling you guys, protect yourself. I've never really been much on get a VPN service, I've never been that type of guy. With everything that's happening right now, you just don't know if you need one. APKs, sometimes they flip over from torrenting. I know there was one, I think it was Popcorn Time, that it used to be straight links, and then it switched to torrenting, and nobody knew until somebody did a video and people were getting pissed saying, oh, this is a scare tactic. Guys, this isn't a scare tactic. This is just an option. If you want it, cool. If you want to use mine, great. If you don't want to use mine, that's fine. Use anything out there. Just try something out to see if it makes your service better, if it stresses the release of buffering better. Now I'm gonna switch it over here and I'm gonna show you guys a link real quick. http://
So far I'm pretty impressed with this guy. He has a pretty good way of explaining what's going on and giving you options, telling you the problems, not necessarily recommending something super hard. And he's saying, whatever works for you, which is cool. He's kind of talking about Popcorn Time and stuff like that. I think the issue with those kind of websites, a lot of people think that if you stream something, you're probably okay. But if it is kind of using P2P streaming, that is still illegal, and you're still going to want to be using a VPN or something like that. I have a couple of videos about, is Popcorn Time safe and stuff like that as well on my channel, which have actually done quite well.
2// bit.ly Rojas VPN. Now type it in exactly how you see it. I think I might have missed a letter.
So blurry
or something, but exactly how you see it, type it in. Now, this is for my subscribers only. It's as low as $5.20, guys. Look at this.
So always remember that as low as means that that's the lowest price you could get, and that's probably going to be a yearly subscription or something like that. It's not going to be 1 month to 1 month.
Check this out. It gives you tons of people who are using it, probably recommended by the big guys. This isn't like, oh, well, IPVanish is selling this.
So a little disclaimer there. Pretty much every, big VPN has those recommendations and mentions. Only really the small ones don't have those.
Stuff. You know what? Every VPN service uses a third-party place to capture things if you are doing something very, very highly legal. And I'm talking about snuff and some stuff that I don't want to talk about, guys. Some of the stuff out there is pretty disgusting and it's wrong what some people are doing. But you know what? Every VPN service does that to protect themselves and to protect you.
So he's talking about how a lot of people use VPNs to do illegal stuff like child pornography, terrorism, these kind of situations. A lot of people use VPNs to do this kind of stuff, which kind of reminds me of the whole like 5 eyes and 14 eyes argument. A lot of people saying don't use a US based VPN. IPVanish is actually US based, private internet access, TorGuard. They're like, don't use these US based VPNs because the spy agency is going to come knocking on your door. My argument has always been, for most people who are just torrenting and streaming, you don't really have to worry about any of those arguments. And if you're using a VPN that doesn't log, it doesn't really matter anyways.
At the end of the day. But check this out. If you go here to the end, a lot of people don't know this. Now watch. I'm gonna come here to IPVanish. So I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna open up a new tab here, and I'm gonna go to the IPVanish website. And if you look at the top here, it says IPVanish.com. I know here this one has my special link in it, but I want to show you guys something really interesting. If you come here just to the
IPVanish is around $10 a month normally.
Site, You know, as you can see here, it's $6.49. You
So yeah, it's the annual plan, $78 a year.
save 46% off. If you come here to mine, check that out. You save 57%. Now,
Okay, so I mean that's a decent deal. But let's go to my favorite VPN, which has faster speeds than IPVanish, tested by me and other sources. If you've seen my video about PCMag rating TorGuard the fastest VPN. Not only that, but TorGuard also works with Netflix with the dedicated IPs. So if you're not using Netflix, you could get TorGuard for $60 a year, which is cheaper than his special discount without a discount. Not only that, guys, but if you go to checkout and you apply the promo code BEST10VPN, it's only going to be $30 a year. So do the math there. That's a lot cheaper than his plan. Not only that, guys, but if you want to get a streaming IP or even a residential IP, you could get that streaming IP for the USA. Just pick San Diego, and then we could do that annual if you want. It's going to be $114, but wait here. We're going to apply that BEST10VPN promo code, so it's $57. It's going to be the exact same price that he's offering, but instead of IPVanish that does not work with Netflix, TorGuard actually is going to have 100% access to Netflix, and you're going to get that included streaming IP. This means that you have a unique IP that only you're using. So websites like Craigslist, Bank of America, even gaming apps and stuff like that, or streaming services, Hulu, Amazon Video, streaming services that don't even work with expensive VPN providers. Maybe even like NordVPN. I've seen people complaining Amazon Video doesn't work with NordVPN. This dedicated IP is like a secret weapon. So you could get that dedicated IP included for the same price as IPVanish for a year. So just keep that in mind. This guy's making it seem like he's got the best deal, but unfortunately, I got the best deal. Woo!
now I have something even better for you guys. If you guys go to the description below right now, I'm gonna open up YouTube here, and I'm gonna open up my latest video, guys.
One thing I've noticed is that IPVanish really likes to partner with Kodi people. If you look up some Kodi kind of review websites, Kodi help websites, they're always going to be affiliated with IPVanish. So I could almost guarantee that IPVanish has kind of reached out to this guy to kind of, they really want to focus on this IPVanish niche for some reason.
So check this out. If you come here, there is a special promo link. Go ahead and click on this link, and it's going to open up, watch UFC with the best VPN service. Tons of good stuff here, good information. Check this out. $3.74 a month for a 2-year service plan. You save 69% off. Big, huge savings, guys.
So that's going to be $90 for 2 years, $45 roughly each year. If you wanted to get that TorGuard plan without Netflix, that would be $60. Still going to be $30 cheaper than what he's suggesting. Now, if you do want to get the Netflix IP included, which is going to give you that additional streaming compatibility that IPVanish doesn't offer, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But actually, TorGuard offers a 2-year plan for $100, which is actually already cheaper than that. Let's see. Let's see what the website will hand us. So what you want to go do here, like I said, 2-year, $100. And then we go streaming IP. So it's kind of scary looking at that. But yeah, so it's going to be $91. And yeah, so still TorGuard is offering pretty much the same kind of deal, except you do get that Netflix compatibility included. Now, if you don't want Netflix, like I said, it's going to be $30 cheaper, roughly the same kind of features that IPVanish has, but probably a little bit better speeds.
Now, I am going to compare the three because I know some of you guys are going to be like, wait a minute, what's this all about?
What is this about?
So, this is the IPVanish site by itself. 1 year, $6.49. 1 month, $10. Here they have 3 months at $8.99. If you go to my link, these two are the same, with the 1 year giving you an extra promo. If you got my super secret promo link in the description.
Super secret promo. Another thing that kind of bugs me about some VPNs like IPVanish is they give these like super secret promo codes. And I'm going to be totally legit with you guys. My promo code's not special. Promo code BEST10VPN. Use it. I'll get a small cutback. Gonna be honest there, but it's not that special. You could use any other promo code really on the internet, and you're gonna get pretty much the same savings. That's because TorGuard gives discount codes pretty much up to 50% wherever they can. They're just really generous like that. They're not giving specific, YouTuber specific websites these special kind of codes to, grab people and these special offers, So just a little bit of, information there, how some of these websites handle it. I just think TorGuard's way of handing out the same discount codes pretty much everywhere, giving every, person same access to the same codes is a little bit more legitimate in my opinion.
Below, check that out. 1 year $649, 2 years $374. You still get that $10 a month if you do the 1 month. But look at that, guys, it's huge. It is huge, huge, huge. I don't know how to, honestly, I don't know how to stress it, guys. I'm giving you guys something at dirt cheap prices. It's cheaper than going to McDonald's and ordering a combo. Come on, guys, seriously, if you guys are that
well, if you got the 2 year, that's $90 worth of hamburgers.
Desperate and you guys have to have that double cheeseburger with fries with the Coke, you know what, guys, I'll send that money to you. Just protect yourself, please protect yourself. This is
one problem I have with this video right now. He's talking about protecting and stuff like that, but really from out this video he hasn't really talked too much about how VPNs protect you with encryption. Basically what VPNs do is you connect to a VPN. You're going to be encrypting your internet traffic so your ISP can't see what you're doing. It's not just about accessing unblocked websites. When you're connected to a VPN, your ISP can't see what you're doing. Not only that, but if you pick a good VPN, there's not going to be any kind of logs or metadata of what you've been doing or what you've been looking at. So this will protect your PTP activity. It'll protect all the websites you're looking at. And even if your VPN is encrypted, ISP won't be able to see what kind of traffic you're actually using. They won't be able to see using PTP traffic at all. So that's really what a VPN does for protection. Think of it like kind of antivirus for your internet. It's going to protect you from, your ISP, but also when you go to a public, internet cafe like Starbucks, whatever you go to, it's actually going to protect you from a lot of attacks that could happen on that unsecured network, man-in-the-middle attacks, all sorts of attacks like that, which actually aren't that hard to do. You also protect yourself from DDoSing and stuff like that. So that's really what a VPN does for protection. He just didn't really touch on that too much. So if that's what you want to protect yourself from, then by all means, get a VPN.
It's not a scare tactic, guys, at all. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys have something there. If it's not mine, try one of the free ones. The free ones, I'm telling you, it's not as good as the paid ones. The paid ones are paid dedicated servers, and they pay to make sure you guys are protected also. And you know what, and if it gives you better streams, and if it gives you more links, I'll tell you this, when I use mine, sometimes I notice that I get double the amount of links because my IP provider will block some of them. With this, I protect myself from not getting a...
I don't want to hate on this guy too much, but he just kind of seems like a VPN noob. Sometimes he says IP provider. That's going to be internet service provider, not IP provider. Not only that, but he's recommending lightly to use a free VPN, and free VPNs are not for protection. They're just for purely unblocking some websites, and they're going to give you really slow speeds. If you're almost better not using a VPN at all if you're going to use a free VPN for the most part, if you care about privacy and anonymity. Because most free VPNs, Hala VPN, Hide My Ass, all sorts of these VPNs out there are pretty much harvesting data, selling to third parties, and often you could become part of a botnet.
A torrent, not getting a leecher, not getting a hacker, virus, malware, whatever you have. This protects you to a very good extent, guys. So let me know what you guys think.
Again, he didn't touch too much on how, but at least he did admit a little bit of those things you could protect yourself against, I guess.
If you guys are interested, there's the links right there. Check.
Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this guy's video. It doesn't seem like a bad guy, not super well versed in VPN like yours truly. I'm not recommending the best VPN in my opinion. IPVanish now, it's not the worst VPN. I've recommended it in the past as, you know, some of my top tier VPNs, mostly because it has good speeds, the app's really good, customer support's decent, pricing is okay. Now, they had a pretty good reputation until they actually ended up giving logs sometime in 2016, 2017. Of course, IPVanish did get acquired by another company, and that company has since claimed that they don't collect logs anymore. But believe this as you may, but a lot of people don't really like IPVanish as much anymore. They don't see it as a top dog. Not only that, but IPVanish also has so many, you know, like VPN verticals. Doesn't really feel like they're focusing too much on IPVanish as a product. VPN Hub is essentially a licensed or kind of rebrand of IPVanish. Strong VPN is also similar. They do support Netflix a little more than IPVanish, but I think IPVanish is still a bit better than Strong VPN. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this response videos. I've noticed that these do pretty well, so I kind of want to do more of them. Let me know if you like these videos down in the comments below. Remember, check out my VPN if you're really interested in VPN, because I think it's the best option out there, and use code BEST10VPN for 50% off. I'll see you again on the next VPN video.